With QuickBooks Online Advanced, you can use QuickBooks to manage your fixed assets and help you track depreciation and automate your depreciation journal entries. Let's set up a new fixed asset, schedule depreciation for the asset, add multiple assets, and record the purchase of an asset. Important: setting up an asset here doesn't add the asset to your books. However, once added, the depreciation will be posted to your books as per the schedule. To start, select Advanced Accounting, then Fixed Assets. You can set up a single fixed asset or multiple at the same time. Let's set up a single asset for now. Select Add an Asset. First, name the asset. Use any name that makes sense to you. The description is optional, but you can use it to add any other details. Enter the purchase price. This is the full purchase price before any financing, minus any discounts, and plus delivery charges and installation fees. It's important to note that this doesn't record your purchase of the asset. That's recorded later in a separate window. Important: purchase price should not include GST or any other tax. Enter the purchase date. Then, enter the depreciation start date. This is usually the date you started using the fixed asset. Next, select the depreciation method for the fixed asset. Select the method from the list, or reach out to your accountant if you don't know which method you use. Enter the useful life of the asset in years. If you don't know this, ask your accountant. You can also enter the salvage value of the asset. This is the estimated resale value of the asset at the end of its useful life. Then enter the asset and expenses account you want QuickBooks to use when it records depreciation. If you set up the accounts ahead of time, select them from the drop-down menu or select Add New to set up new accounts. Your asset account and accumulated depreciation accounts must be fixed asset type accounts. Your depreciation expense account must be an other expense type account. After you've selected your accounts, select Save. Now you can see the depreciation schedule for your asset. Select any of the arrows to expand a section and see more details. It's important to note that QuickBooks doesn't record any historical journey entries. So if you're setting up an asset you've already depreciated, you'll see the asset value, depreciation, and remaining value for each month in the past. But QuickBooks won't record that journal entry for you. QuickBooks will automatically record any depreciation scheduled in the future, though at the end of each month. If you want to record historical depreciation, you'll need to enter that yourself with journal entries, or adjust your existing journal entries to match the schedule QuickBooks generates. Use the Setup tab to change any of the asset's details. Close the window when you're done. If you ever need to look at the schedule again or change some details about the asset, select View. You can also edit, dispose, duplicate, and delete assets from this drop-down. If you need to set up multiple assets at the same time, select Add Multiple Assets. From here, you can enter details about your assets in a spreadsheet format. If you already have details about your assets in a spreadsheet, you can copy and paste them here. Select Customize Columns to reorder columns in QuickBooks to match those in your spreadsheet. Copy the information from your spreadsheet, select a cell in QuickBooks, and then paste the info to put it into QuickBooks. Then select Save. Since setting up an asset here doesn't add the asset or accumulated depreciation to your books, you might want to check your chart of accounts to make sure it agrees with your fixed asset register. Select Transactions, then Chart of Accounts. It's important to check the balance of the fixed asset account. If it's zero or isn't right, you may need to record the purchase or set up a beginning balance for it with a journal entry if you purchased it in a previous year. You can record that transaction manually through the New menu, or if it was recent and you use online banking, you can record it after you download it from your bank. Make sure to use the same asset account you used earlier when you set up the fixed asset. Now you're ready to set up fixed assets in QuickBooks Online.